grateful for the person that taught you a lesson of the person you don't want to be or be with.
They're your spiritual teacher.
They're your teacher, yeah. Our lessons, our hardest lessons come from our toughest challenges.
Yeah. G'day guys, Ninja, Darcy, the body. The body Mark II. We've got two bodies, the Jason, the Darcy.
One each, actually.
Yeah, they both got their, unique quirks and good things, haven't they? Fucking,
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, bloody, everyone loves ya.
Cheers, brother.
We're gonna work on his lower glute, both sides, if possible. He's been a bit tight, bit of a tight ass.
Yeah, sore bum, sore glute, high hammy,
low glute.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get into that, and we're gonna have a little chat, continue on our little way, navigating life.
Yeah.
So our little phrase we're going to use today is seek long-term fulfillment over instant gratification. And what does that mean to us? So I kind of think that we live in a world where we can get dopamine hits so easily all the time, and that's kind of the instant gratification part. So there's so many different forms that are socially acceptable as well. So like eating, drinking, scrolling, these kind of things are viewed as very normal, and shopping, things like that. But they can be a way of getting dopamine that you haven't actually earned, and it can be a distraction from your bigger picture. So, so that's one of the things. Like sometimes you can win a battle.
Oh, yep.
Win a battle,
that's good.
But are you going to win the war? So the war is the more important thing. So if you've got
it's a bigger picture
thing. So one of the other little lines I like is know thyself, be thyself, love thyself. So the most important one to get right first is to know thyself. So who are you? What do you want to experience in this lifetime? What kind of relationships you want? What kind of health do you want? What sort of things you want to do? You want to see? Is it holidays and experiences with family and friends and partners and things like that, kids and things. So are you doing things that are in line with being able to go on the adventures or be healthy, vital, happy, strong, have a good business, make lots of money, whatever it is that is important to you. So you got to know that, you got to figure that out, and you got to explore a lot of things too. You can actually figure out a lot of things. And I think, like DeMartini says, a lot of stuff that's important to us comes from our voids that are perceptions in our earlier life too. So if you don't feel like you've got stability, that's what you're looking for. If you feel like you don't have money, you go search for money. If you don't feel like you've got health, you go search for health. Or you're weak, you try and get strong. So these kind of things are just really important kind of thoughts to have with yourself, and figure it out exactly what you want, and then you can do the things that are in alignment to go on that pathway. And so that's where that circle back to instant gratifications. You got to think about, are these little dopamine hits or these little battles that we win with our partners or ex-partners or bosses or whoever it might be, with our children, is that going to be in alignment to getting to what we want at the end of the day? If it's a good relationship with your kids and you're always putting them down, or not encouraging them, or not rewarding them, or whatever it might be, is that going to be a long-term successful pathway to a good relationship with your kids? So anyway, that's my start to it, man.
No, it's really good, and you're hitting a really good spot there. I'm really sore. I've been upping the load this week. Not a huge milestone, but the target for March for me was to get 100 Ks of running, and I did 108 yesterday. Today's the 1st of April that we're filming. I'm not sure when this will come out, but feeling the heaviness in the legs and getting the Bodyworks is awesome. It's this long-term fulfillment. It's working towards something that's going to take time. And as you said, the dopamine, it's in this day and age, I think they've labelled it as fake dopamine. The Instagram, the doom scrolling, the porn, the sugary drinks or foods, the gambling, the drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, whatever your vices are that gives you that quick fix. Yes, it gives you a quick fix or a band-aid approach in the sense of if you're on a healing journey, or if you're just needing an escape, needing to run from something or avoid something. We're looking for these things to make us feel good instantly. And what Ninja's getting at is, or what I'm hearing about, man, and thanks so much for sharing, is, yeah, these what's important to you can sometimes be overshadowed by these vices or these little quick dopamine fixes, because of they're so much easier and so accessible. Oh, that's a good spot. So much more accessible. I can go on my phone and I can do so many of those things. I can get on the bloody beers, then go and watch porn or get a hooker or gamble, all just in this thing that's in front of me.
Yeah.
And you know, don't clear away or move on to the next video, because I bet you there's a lot of people out there that are doing that, and it's so accessible that we're in this comfortable state where growth is actually it's declining. We're not getting we're not progressing in our mind, in our spirit, in our soul. We're just avoiding things that are going to be hard for us, that are actually where the real growth is. And yeah, look, the last couple of weeks or months, if I'm completely open and honest, I've been struggling a little bit to be on track with these types of things, and my mental health has been a little bit all over the shop. It's been good and bad and high and low, and I've got some stresses going on in my life, and yeah, I have been looking for these instant gratifications to make me feel good, to avoid, you know, the stress of previous relationships or money or bigger picture things. Now that was nice, that little rollover. Bigger picture things that have been going on for me. So I didn't think I was going to open up to the YouTube world, but one conversation that I had with these guys just last week that allowed me to feel like I've got purpose and there's an end goal, there's some targets, was just to figure out some priorities. Because at the moment, well, you know, this year I've probably I haven't even been able to write these things down, go to a whiteboard or look at your notes in your phone and prioritize things that are in alignment or in accordance with your highest value, and things that serve you, that are on the way, you know, not in the way, that are you know, pointing you to a directory of equilibrium, and at the end is this pure feeling of knowing that know thyself, knowing what's good for you and what's an escape. And yeah, if I can wrap that into making sense, I probably had so many things going on in my life that I felt really scattered, and waking up felt a bit like a chore. It was hard to get out of bed because there were so many things that were falling off or not going in the way that I thought that they would go. And you think every year you're going to get wiser and smarter and richer and better looking, and things are going to keep getting better, and especially for somebody who's in their 30s and just entered their 30s, you know, that's the
kind of fantasy, isn't it?
Fantasy that
I
I've
reckon
been
that's
living
probably
in.
a word, yeah.
Thanks, man. And it's really good. Oh, this is a sore glute. But it hasn't been like that. I've had some peaks and I've had some troughs, and that's life. That's balance. It's not all one-sided. We're constantly, you know, you're not always happy and you're not always sad. But being able to realize that and detach myself from the sadness or the hopefulness that tomorrow is going to be better, and just go, let's not worry about 15 different things, and when the things are going bad, let's just figure out what are my priorities. And for me, it was I just picked 3 really high priorities or values in my life, and then anything that wasn't working towards those, or anything that wasn't serving me, or anything that wasn't on that journey or that quest, just get rid of it. Say no, set a boundary, set a line in the sand that's not serving me and I don't need it in my life. So big thing for me was my physical and mental health and well-being. That's a huge value of mine, and looking after myself and just setting myself little goals in the gym, in the getting enough sunlight, eating well, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, no alcohol, no drugs, you know, saying no to things, saying yes to the things that serve me. So if there's something that out there that you're struggling with, you're feeling a bit sad, anxious, worried about tomorrow, stressed about what's coming, or you're sad from from what's already happened, or you're worrying, or you're in this victim mentality. Just know that you can get out of that. And a really good thing to practice is writing down, having a whiteboard or a notepad and just writing down your top priorities. Is it your family? Is it your relationship? Is it your health? Is it mind, body, spirit? Is it discipline? Is it making money? Whatever it is. And then write down all the things that you need to do that are going to allow you to make more money, to get fitter and stronger, to get a better relationship with your parents or with your partner, to be a better dad, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, and it sounds really simple, but I encourage you to just go ahead and do it. And share in the comments your top priorities or values. We're all going to be very similar in ways, but also very different, and that's okay, because being you is what makes us a human. Be yourself. Be diverse. Don't listen to anybody else. You got to choose what's good for you. Don't listen to your boss or your friend or your mum or your dad about what your values are or what you should be prioritizing or where you should be putting your money or your energy. You got to just detach yourself from that. Go and spend an hour without any distractions. And a notepad. Sit in a park. Sit on the beach. Sit in a room. Whatever it is. But yeah. Thanks for letting me share there, Ninja. I got on a bit of a tangent, but we're not always, we're not always perfect.
Yeah, I was going to add in, before you even said that, I was going to say, I do this stuff too. I scroll, it's sort of, there's all the different things that we all do, so, but I just thought about what I have locked in. Long term, it has been my diet stuff and my exercise. Yeah. So I kind of made this commitment, this promise to myself that I was going to do that. But I suppose in the early days when you kind of want to get on your target is accountability. So if Darcy tells me I'm not going to drink for 100 days or 6 months or something like that, he's told me if he drinks, he's sort of broken his promise to himself, but to me as his mate, that wants to see him succeed, so...
it's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so we just don't think that we're perfect and we're sprouting out because, we're battling with this stuff and like I think write that little quote on your window, on your mirror or your whiteboard, seek long-term fulfillment over instant gratification. What are your highest things? What do you want to experience in your life? You put that, you want to climb this mountain. I want to go to Everest Base Camp. I want to go to New York, and whatever it might be. What do you want to do in this life? You want to make $1 million. I want to see $1 million in my bank account. So if you write that up on your thing, you're aiming towards it. You've got to save. You've got to invest. You've got to do the things that are going to get you to that point, so you can experience $1 million in your bank. So
it's a long road. It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to write it down that I'm going to get to Everest Base Camp tomorrow without the training, without the saving of the money, without, getting the right equipment, without getting the right crew and community around me, and then practicing and all these things. These big achievements, they're highlights in your life that are going to make you who you are. They're going to be core values and memories and experiences that are going to uplift you in a manner that, gives you purpose and satisfaction. And that's the best thing about being a human, is creating these long-term journeys.
Yeah.
I want to be the best dad I can be. You don't wake up tomorrow and be the best dad. It's consistency. It's showing up. It's being healthy and vibrant within yourself. It's loving yourself. It's all these things, and then it's being able to show up for your kids. And you don't just get to be the best dad by waking up telling yourself you're the best dad. I want to have my best year in footy. You don't just get to be that without getting to training half an hour early and practicing your weaknesses, or working on your fitness, or being clean with your hands or your kicking skills. You don't just get to be the best body worker by saying I want to be a good body worker. You practice, you finesse, you do the extra hours, you watch the videos. Long term. Nothing. All this short term, this world is created for us. How easy it is to just grab that little that phone or just go down there and buy your Maccas or whatever it is and feel good for that minute. It's too accessible, but comfort kills desire. And
Yeah, one of the things I'm thinking too, like, is challenges are always going to come up in life, you know, and like the roadblocks and injuries or whatever it might be, things that make it hard, or you get blocked, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's a lot of times in life is asking you a question: how much do you want this? Are you still long term, or are you just going to revert back to a more juvenile version of yourself that just takes the drugs and watches the porn or whatever it might be? How committed are you to your resolutions and your what you want?
Yeah.
Because the challenge is going to happen. No one goes through life without challenges. We're all kind of going to suffer and have pain and things like this, because that's life. And if we don't have these contrasting things, we don't know how good it is when someone is kind to you. Because if we've experienced if we've experienced manipulation, we've experienced abuse, neglect, all these different things that happen in a lifetime, we don't realise how good it is when we have experienced the opposite.
Acceptance, love, appreciation.
Gratitude. Gratitude encompasses both the challenge and the support times in life too, doesn't it? So
be grateful for the challenges. Be grateful for the person that taught you a lesson of the person you don't want to be or be with.
They're your spiritual teacher.
They're your teacher, Our lessons, our hardest lessons come from our toughest challenges.
It's just a little reframe sometimes can really make things so much better.
It's that's life. Life's got a magnificent way of showing balance, and everything's there for us.
It's on the way, not in the way.
So
wrap her up.
Long-term fulfillment over instant gratification. What does that mean for you? And why are you seeking all these instant gratifications? That's another topic, maybe, peeling back the layers. Why do you go to the things that aren't good for you? The abuse, why? And that's a deeper level to sit with that on another podcast.
DeMartini loves that kind of stuff.
Because just saying, I'm never going to watch porn again, I'm never going to drink again. Why did you need porn? Why did you need drinking?
There's benefits. You wouldn't have done it otherwise.
What are you avoiding, or what are you seeking? Nice chat, Ninja. Sun's out, guns out. Wednesday, 1st of April, April Fools. Happy Wednesday.
In the sun.
In the sun.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste, motherfuckers.
Love yous.